Hey, I'm John DiMaggio. You're watching Connected Digital World here at E3. Isn't this fabulous? Oh my goodness. But you might know me as Bender from Futurama. So I think what you should do is bite my shiny metal ass, baby. Woo! Ooh.
Hi John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
So for those who might not recognize you, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, predominantly, I'm an actor, but I'm predominantly a voice actor. And I do the voice for Bender the Robot of Futurama. And I also do the voice of Marcus Phoenix in Gears of War. And I also do Jake the Dog from Adventure Time. What time is it? Adventure Time! So I get to play for a living. It's a lot of fun.
What's your favorite role and why?
I would say it's Bender from Futurama, simply because it's opened so many doors for me, and when you walk into a room, people know who you are, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would have to say that, but I love what I do, and I love getting to play and with all the roles that I've done. But I think that Bender's probably the one that's really opened many, many doors for me.
Okay, so obviously you're in Gears. Any news on a new Gears game?
Well, they're working on something right now, and I haven't received a phone call from my man Rod Ferguson, who is now working with the folks that are now doing it up in Vancouver. But the thing about Gears is that they have so many, they have many different squads. So there's all kinds of different characters and different stories within that universe to tell. So maybe there'll be a Marcus, maybe there won't be a Marcus. I don't know. I haven't gotten a phone call yet, but I hope there's a Marcus.
You're also doing a couple of voices in a certain large film that's coming out at the end of this month.
Oh yeah, working with a certain guy whose name rhymes with Eichel Say.
That would be him.
Yeah, that would be him. Yeah.
So,
It's exciting. I'm playing Bulletproof, right? Yeah, that's what I'm playing, right? No, wait, no, I'm not. That's not the name of the character that I'm playing. I'm playing Crosshairs. That's who I'm playing. It's been a long day, everybody. Crosshairs, yeah. And I worked on the previous films, just doing some different stuff here and there. And apparently, this character that I'm playing in this this film is a lot bigger than I thought. So it's kind of nice. It kind of fell into it. Like had a session with Michael and we just started playing, and I guess he liked it. So he's put me in a lot more of it. So it's exciting. It's a big deal, and the film looks incredible. I mean, they got to shoot in places that people haven't shot films before, like in great Chinese. They did they shot a lot of stuff in China, and the show is apparently one of the things that was imported from the West. So it's a big deal. There's a lot of Chinese fans of the franchise. So they got to shoot over there in like these amazing Chinese national parks, and so there's really amazing footage that they got. So it's gonna look amazing and sound amazing, and it's a Transformers,
Look forward
it's
to that
huge.
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, more than meets the eye.
So how do you prepare for a role and come up with the voice?
There's a sense of play that's involved. I think it's depending on what the character needs, what the people that created the role need. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, I like to look at what the character looks like, what the face looks like, that character's background. It's a whole bunch of factors, and when they come together and it's harmonious, that's usually when you get the role. And you're all on the same page. Or if you bring something that, you bring something to the room that nobody else did, that's going to get you that gig, and that's going to allow you to explore that character. So, I mean, it's a whole bunch of things. Everybody can. I'm sure there's a lot of answers, but I just came up with that one.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
So if you could voice any character, who would it be? And don't say one of your own, that's cheating.
Yeah, that's kind of... you know, it's funny because I've been very fortunate and able to play a whole bunch of different characters myself, and it's just, I don't know, who would I want to play? I don't know that yet because I don't know. It might be coming up. Something might happen in the future where I go, this is the role I've wanted to play. But like, you know, I've been fortunate enough to play the role of Bender and also, you know, Marcus Phoenix and Jake the Dog, and I've been fortunate enough to be in a lot of franchises, you know, that have been successful and that have had, you know, some longevity to them. So I would say I've already kind of done them, but there's always something new in the future that, you know, that could happen that, you know, this is the voice. But, you know.
We look forward to hearing those from you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So, give us a couple of your favourite lines from the characters you've done, obviously in character.
There's an episode of Futurama where he and Fry are climbing up the side of a building, 1960s Batman TV show style, and you know, and we're walking by a window, and Bender looks inside and says, "Get a room, you two." And the person on the inside says, "We're in a room." And Bender says in reply, "Would I lose some weight?" Which I love that line. And then there's always, you know, "We love you, Daddy Bender." "Shut up, baby, I know it." There's also when Jake the Dog tells Lady Rainicorn, "You smell like you took a bath in rainbows and cupcakes." And then Marcus Phoenix, when he plucks off when he starts plucking off guys with a scope. "That's one. That's two. That's three." And then it goes on to, you know, there's a motherfucker in there somewhere. So it's Huffington Post. You can say motherfucker on Huffington Post. Done. Okay, good.
And it's FHM.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Done.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I got to close with motherfucker.